Good morning. I'm Assistant Chief Mike Genovese with the Strategic Deployment Bureau. I'm here to give you an update on the offense that occurred on March 18th involving the young girl that was killed while in the street that night. Detectives and personnel from the Northeast Patrol Division, working in conjunction with Garland PD, arrested Julius Sears, black male, 2/3 of 1985. Late last night, the individual was charged with accident involving injury or death, which is a second-degree felony. The arrest was preceded by information determined by detectives from witnesses at the scene, as well as the vehicle that was recovered. Detectives tracked the vehicle to a car lot where individuals were spoken to there that provided temporary identification of the individual. Continued follow-up on that case led the detectives to return to the car lot when the suspect returned also to the car lot. He was interviewed at that time, which was yesterday evening. Detectives did not feel at that time they had sufficient information to charge Mr. Sears with the crime, but they did feel like they had enough to pursue a warrant, which they then did. While that was transpiring, tip was received by Northeast personnel as to the location of where Mr. Sears was, so they set up on that location. The warrant was obtained and the arrest was made, as I said previously, in conjunction with Garland PD late last night. It has since come to light that Mr. Sears also had alias tickets out, misdemeanor warrants out of the city of Dallas, for which he could have been arrested at the time the detectives talked to him that evening, last night, and he was not arrested. We're looking at currently why that didn't happen. I'll take any questions that y'all have.
Go back to the car lot thing. Was he trying to ditch the car? Did he have a car from that lot that he just had to bring back, or how?
The car was originally purchased from that lot, however, not by him. The registered owner was also spoken to, which some of that information led us to Mr. Sears.
Did he try to hide the car there, or what was he doing? What was the
No, the car was recovered at the offense, or a short distance from the offense location, the night of the 18th.
From what I understand, one of the witnesses pointed out to the officers where the gentleman went into. Why did he try going in there?
Do you mean last night or previously?
The witnesses, when they followed the car and they followed it into apartment complex and they knew where he went into, exactly which apartment. Why didn't the officers go in there?
Now, I don't have that information that a location was pointed out to them at the scene.
Mike, has he indicated that he ran because he had these various warrants out for his arrest? Is that the reason why he didn't stop? Because from the descriptions that were put out in the police reports, there's no way he didn't know that he hit that girl when he hit her.
I believe the original contention is that he was unaware that he struck the victim. As to why he ran subsequent to that, that would be speculation. That's as the investigation goes, we may get a different story. But the initial story told was he was unaware that he struck the victim.
If he would have stayed, were they in a crosswalk? If he would have stayed there, what would have happened?
Well, the investigation would have proceeded at that point. Obviously, all the information would have been taken. More than likely, we also would have determined at the time that he had warrants out for his arrest for misdemeanors out of Dallas. An arrest would have been made regarding at least those while detectives worked up the case to determine whether or not you had sufficient information to get a warrant for this charge.
My question is, were they crossing in a crosswalk? Were they in the middle of the block? It's one of those things. It could have been just an unfortunate accident, and if he would have stayed there, that's what it would have been.
Understood. And guys, I honestly don't have the information as to where the little girl was or what brought her into the street. I've heard also two different things about whether they were playing the road, whether they ran crossing. I don't have that.
It's like one more question. Can you tell us what you hope this arrest will mean to Melanie's family?
Look, it's a horrible tragedy for that family. I hope this would bring some measure of closure. I don't want to speculate as to any comfort received by this. It's a terrible time for them. You know, I'm very glad that our guys ended up making the arrest and that we anticipate justice will be served, but that's a tough call.
Okay, thank you.
What's the name of the car
One
lot?
last question.
Thank you. And can you fill in the blanks for me, I'm sorry, on how, you know, you got the car at the location, the offense location, but you're talking about a car lot. Can you fill in the blanks there and give us the name of that lot?
I don't have the name of the lot, but they had obviously the license plate from the recovered vehicle, which tracking of that as well as the witness statements at the scene led them to find out that the registered owner had previously purchased the car from this lot that I'm talking about. That's how they got to the lot, and it had recently been purchased.
What's your message to drivers in case something like this happens? Stay at the scene.
Guys, I'm getting the signal,
We
so
addressed that yesterday.
I appreciate it. Thank you.